Long before towns were lit by the soft glow of electric lamps, people relied on oil, gas, or candlelight, flickering flames that barely pierced the night and filled rooms with smoke and soot. The dream of capturing a steady, clean artificial light endured through centuries, from ancient tinkers who experimented with heated metal to the chemists of the early 19th century who first discovered that electric currents could glow when passed through certain materials. In 1802, Sir Humphry Davy, superintendent of the Royal Institution in London, demonstrated the principle by connecting wires to a battery and arching a current across two charcoal strips. The result, a brilliant arc of light, was dazzling but impractical. It required massive batteries and produced blinding glare rather than gentle illumination. Davy's arc lamp stirred imaginations but remained unsuitable for homes. Over the next decades, inventors pursued a filament that might glow quietly within a glass enclosure. In 1841, British scientist Frederick de Moulins patented a bulb using platinum filament in an evacuated glass sphere, yet the high cost of platinum made it unviable. In 1850, American Joseph Swan began experimenting with carbonized paper filaments in vacuum bulbs. By 1860 he had a working prototype, but the best vacuums of the time still allowed residual gases to darken the filament quickly. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic, Canadian-born inventor Henry Woodward and American Matthew Evans patented a lamp in 1874 using carbon rods held between electrodes in nitrogen-filled bulbs. Their design showed promise but required large batteries and struggled with filament longevity. Unable to secure financing, they offered their patent to anyone willing to bring it to market. Into this landscape stepped a restless inventor from Ohio. Thomas Edison had already earned a reputation for improving telegraph systems, and in the late 1870s he turned his relentless curiosity and substantial laboratory resources toward the challenge of electric lighting. Edison assembled a team at Menlo Park, employing chemists to study filament materials, glassblowers to improve vacuum techniques, and machinists to build experimental dynamos. Night after night they tested filaments made from platinum, tantalum, cotton, linen, and bamboo, all within ever better vacuums. On October 21, 1879, their persistence paid off. Edison placed a thin strip of carbonized bamboo wire inside a high-vacuum bulb and connected it to a small dynamo. When current passed through, the filament glowed steadily for over 13 hours, long enough, Edison declared, to light an entire evening. He continued refining the design, and by early 1880 had bulbs that endured over 1,000 hours. Crucially, he also perfected a complete lighting system: filaments, vacuum bulbs, a reliable generator, and wiring, making electricity practical for buildings and streets. But Edison was not alone. In Britain, Joseph Swan continued his own improvements, arriving at a carbon filament bulb by 1878 and demonstrating it publicly in 1879. Swan's work paralleled Edison's so closely that in 1883 the two agreed to join forces, forming the Edison and Swan United Electric Light Company, sharing patents and manufacturing. The triumph of the electric lamp spread quickly. In December 1879, the Menlo Park laboratory itself blazed to life with incandescent bulbs. In early 1882, Edison switched on the Pearl Street Station in Lower Manhattan, America's first commercial electric power plant, supplying incandescent lighting to a square-mile district of businesses and homes. On the other side of the Atlantic, Swan's company lit landmarks across London. Within a few years, gaslights, once so ubiquitous, began to yield to the safer, cleaner, more controllable glow of electric filaments. Subsequent decades saw continuous innovation. Tungsten filaments replaced carbon for brighter, longer-lasting bulbs. Fluorescent lamps and neon tubing brought new colors and efficiencies. Halogen and LED technologies steadily improved luminous output while reducing energy consumption. Yet every evolution traces its lineage to a carbon thread within an evacuated glass globe, a simple idea brought to life by magnetism, chemistry, and sheer determination. Today, as we flip a switch and light fills our rooms, we honor that long chain of experimenters, from Davy's first arc to Edison's bamboo filament, whose combined efforts banished darkness and reshaped daily life. In the warm glow of a modern bulb, we still see the spark of human ingenuity, stretched across centuries and bound together by the inexhaustible pursuit of light.